Hello, YouTubers and friends alike. This is Airplane 312 here.
And Grant travels.
Okay, on my side, before we go into this thing about what I mentioned from the other view when I said boom boom, it's kind of towards the end of, kind of in the beginning of 2008, when we had a recession stuff. I kind of almost started to predict certain events that was going to happen, like a big bad weather that happened in 2010 when we had a big snowstorm hitting nearly every state in the U.S. And then fast forward, I kind of predicted more bad weather, and I told my grandma, who sadly passed away, and certain events that was gonna happen, and then it kept on happening. And then when it came kind of 20 by the end of fall of 2013, I kind of met him. We tried and became friends because we are getting the same degree, and then we're gonna jump way ahead forward to now, and him is gonna explain what happened.
Yeah, so recently my mom shared a video with me. She's more religious type than I am, and I don't really push it on my YouTube, except for the fact that I found this pretty intriguing. There's a group of prophets around a table saying how they heard from God and see stuff that God gives them visions and stuff like that. And I do and don't believe in some of that. But anyway, this guy, 4 months previous to Trump's assassination attempt, he went into detail about what's going to happen and things that he shouldn't have really known about unless somehow somebody told him, or that he was able to re-edit the video that they posted, or God of course told him it. And so I didn't.
Or there being that told him in his dreams and stuff.
Yeah, something like that. And so anyway, I was skeptical about it, so I went back there and watched the video. I'll try to find a link for that roundtable discussion thingy they were having on a podcast of different prophets telling each other what all they've seen and heard. And that 12 minutes, I think, worth of a short of a video, and within that is when he goes into the details about how he dreamed or saw Trump on stage like that, and then the bullet hit him in the ear and burst his eardrum and stuff like that. You can watch the video for itself. I'm not going to share it on this video itself, but I'm going to give it a link to share it down below. And then he has his own YouTube channel called Last Days. He goes into a bunch of different stuff that I do or don't believe in, but I would like everyone to keep an eye on his channel just specifically because this came true 4 months later when Trump's assassination attempt happened, and now just yesterday Biden announced that he's dropping out.
And that's like part two and stuff. And for me and stuff, if you do not see any more videos from us, that means Yellowstone unfortunately went.
Yeah, see, the thing is, he's predicted Trump's assassination attempt, then he predicted Biden dropping out of the race, then he predicted the Democrats are going to give Kamala Harris the nomination to replace Biden on ticket.
And pretty much Joe Biden kind of forcing the Democratic Party to choose her.
Yeah. And then Trump is going to win anyway, and then a month after Trump takes the inauguration, or whatever they call it, and gets signed into the office, that's when supposedly Yellowstone is going to blow up. And see, that's why I'm making the video here, is because the one prediction has already happened. Just now yesterday, the second one has, where Biden just dropped out, and now we only have two more warnings, is Carmela taking the spot back from Biden, and then Trump getting the nomination, or getting the inauguration in the office.
And if you ever see The Simpsons still, and see Trump in a cassock, that might be another sign that either Kamala Harris wins and Trump dies from who knows what. We don't want that to happen to him, but we're all going to die eventually. So
yeah, but the thing is, if something different happens than what this guy's predicting, then it's kind of good for news for everybody, because that means Yellowstone may not go boom. But if his predictions keep going the way he's predicting, if he saw one thing, it leads you to believe that he saw all this other stuff, and it's going to eventually happen if all this other stuff's happening.
And there's going to, and some of us believe there's going to be two different ways the Yellowstone will go out. Either suck in, like gravity's pulling it so hard. It's kind of difficult for me to do it with one hand. I'll kind of show you with my hand. Kind of gravity pulling in until it finally gives up blows up, Yellow, the entire state of Wyoming will be gone in less than 1 second.
Yeah, and see, that's what this guy on his video prediction about Yellowstone is the same thing. He believes it's going to suck in and go sideways instead of, some of it will go up, but not as much. And that's going to cause earthquakes like the San Andreas Fault. It's going to split Washington, Oregon, and California off the U.S. and make a river there where the fault was.
And
And
then
then the Mississippi is going to be twice as huge.
when you know the upper peninsula of Michigan and the lower part, we believe it's going to separate and make it bigger, and upper Michigan might become a different state than the lower part.
Yeah, and so that combination of this stuff happening is going to turn the U.S. from a first world country to a third world country overnight.
Or it might be fourth world country.
And the main reason I'm making this video is to try to warn you ahead of time, because if this stuff keeps happening, I would like everybody to keep watching for these signs. You know, if since Biden has stepped down, watch the Democratic Party and then see if they do put Kamala Harris in there for the running for the ticket, and then see if Trump wins, and then a month after Trump wins is when this is supposed to happen. So we only have 2 other warnings for him. He's been posting videos every day to look out for other things, for various earthquakes and tornadoes and other things he's seeing around the world on his channel, and his channel is called Last Days.
And he might had a dream that like 2 different people side by side making a video talking about him and talking about a history of what I'm telling you guys of my past experience of events. And yeah, I did have a deja vu from my senior year in high school. Also, there's a second way for Yellowstone to go. It will just go like that.
Yeah, but either way, you know, it's not good news for anybody living in the continental U.S. We're all going to be in danger.
If you see Trump win the nomination for presidency, get away from Yellowstone. Don't go there until you know it's actually safe.
Yeah, because he claims he have a month from when he goes into office, and then this is going to happen to his presidency. It's going to blow up his presidency like that because he's in a month time frame from when he gets inaugurated. We're all going to have a problem. And so I just want everybody to keep an eye on his channel, you know, because of the fact that he has proven that he's seen this 4 months ahead of time. He went into detail. If you go back on this links that we provided, the first link will be the roundtable discussion of Prophits, and then 11 minutes into that video is when he talks about Trump.
If not, it'll be one of those links.
Yeah, and then the second link is going to be his channel for Last Days.
So it'll be either or depending on how we finally get the links and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a dream and a certain event's happening, write it down. That is actually a warning. Please, listen to us. Even if it never happens, it's going to happen. You notice how certain parallel universes collide? Every decision that you make, there's another one that did the opposite of what you made. There's always parallel universes. There's multiples. And they break up.
Yeah, so I'm just putting it out there because, you know, the fact that I'm not the only one who believes this. If you look on his comments have been coming up for 4 months now since they made that video. And obviously, everybody's posting on it now because that's recently happened with Trump.
And it's not been edited. He also say, oh, it could be magically been re-edited.
Yeah, that's the first thing I looked up. According to YouTube's rules, you can go back and edit and blur the faces. You can add music. You can delete sections of video. You can put in typing and all this other stuff, but you cannot add another section of video or that changes the file. And from that point, it brings it up to this current day's upload time. So there's no way he could have added that section in.
And then if you look at the coding stuff, it will show you original date and then edited date.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm a critic, you know, that's the first thing I jump to is doing that and seeing if they could go back and edit that and tweak that in there.
And the funny part was, he went back and all it was the audio enhanced to make a slightly better quality. Nothing else was added.
Yeah, they didn't add that section in or nothing, and that video has gone viral if you look up his name, Last Days, and I'm not exactly sure the name of the channel that it was on, but I have the video link that I'll share in this channel, and you can watch all the prophets talk to each other around that table. It's a bit of a religious video, but if you really zoom in on the subject that affects everybody, the fact that he has pre-seen this 4 months ahead of time. He published that in March, and then this just now happened. And it's what, July?
Yeah.
And he went into pretty well detail of it's going to be Trump's ear and stuff like that gets zapped and whatever. And you can see it for yourself, and I'll leave you the link. But it's pretty telling, and a lot of people have been resharing that video because of that, because it recently happened.
And it's scary that the Simpsons movie shows are scarily accurate.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that there are a bunch of things that Simpsons have said, like 9/11.
9/11.
Obama, if I remember right, and another one.
An earthquake in Japan.
Yeah, that one too, yeah. And COVID, I think they did too, didn't they?
Yeah. COVID. And they were scary accurate. They were off by maybe a year for COVID.
And some of that the Simpsons produced like 9 years before it actually happened.
The Simpsons predicted a COVID, but it's off by 1 year. That's the only that's the only accurate. That's the only accurate prediction. But it was still during the president of Trump presidency.
And what you do with these warnings is up to you. I just wanted to advise you ahead of time that this is what this guy's seen, and you might want to pay attention to what him and those other prophets are saying, because something may happen down the line.
And me and him are not superstitious.
Yeah, not at all. But it's just triggering how in detail he was 4 months before it happened.
And the kind of the funny part is he kind of mentioned, he didn't really want to mention this in the video, but he kind of had a dream that you're going to meet someone special with special needs and stuff, which was me, and it's going to happen in the same classroom at night. And it was super accurate.
So supernatural, godly things happen, in life if you just open your mind and pay attention to it.
And he's part of a tribe, like a native tribe and stuff, and they get superstitious sometimes at certain events that happen.
Yeah, there's places that I go sometimes that I can kind of see stuff happen before it does.
And when I was a kid during summertime, there was a native tribe type deal put jewelry on me, and it started going haywire. And then other kid that holding it, it stopped. So he kind of knows that was about to happen. And there's a reason why I got my ears pierced now, because a certain event that's going to happen if I receive a package in the mail, anonymous in the mail I never ordered, then something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, so just take a moment or two and check out those links that we leave at the bottom of the video.
The video's getting long and stuff. And this might not get uploaded for a couple of days until we get everything correct.
Yeah, like and subscribe, leave comments, let us know that you watched those links. And we'll see you next time.
And if you're the channel owner of that video and stuff, kind of make a comment and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.